Oh yeah, today I'm going to be talking about the Gerber LMF II. This is the older version, I guess you could say, of this Gerber, which I reviewed earlier. I'll probably put a little annotation link to this knife. As well, we are just going to talk about the sheath knife, and then we're going to compare these two, see which one's advantages over which one. So anyways, we're going to talk about the sheath, first of all. Sheath is pretty much the exact same as the other one. It's got this plastic, it's got rubberized kind of overmold of this for noise reduction. You got the two straps right here so your knife doesn't come loose. This is MOLLE compatible, as you can see on the back here. Got the buttons right there. For a MOLLE, you can attach that to your vest, your backpack, whatever. And if you don't have MOLLE on you at any time, you can put this on your belt, as you can see right here. Maybe you don't have a belt. Well, this is what the leg straps are for. They come with two of these. They're not spandex or anything like that. This is ballistic nylon, and one of the best features that the ballistic nylon has is this kind of rubber. It's hard to illustrate. Oh no, that's pretty good. But it's very good. It grips very, very well. So if this is on your pants or anything like that, it's gonna grip. It's not gonna slide in comparison to like this kind, which doesn't have any kind of rubberized feet. I'm gonna call them rubberized feet because these grip very, very well. That's a plus. You come with two of these, and they grip excellent. I definitely like these on pants and whatnot because they don't slide around and it stays in place. As well, this has a built-in sharpener. As you can see right there. The other one doesn't have that. This one has a built-in sharpener. You can detach all these, what do you call them, straps or Velcro straps, and then you can just sharpen it in there, which is good. This considers survival knife. Some people think this is a bit heavy for a survival knife, but it doesn't specify whether this is wilderness survival or an urban survival knife. I believe it's kind of all around, because as soon as we get into the knife, which is in this, which I'm going to mention right now, in the sheath has a tendency to kind of scratch it up, as you can see right there. Sheath will kind of scratch your knife. It's not really a big problem, but most of the Kydex sheaths will normally kind of scratch your knife in a specific area, which I found with this one right there, and yeah, that's just something I wanted to mention. The blade itself is 4.84 inches. Overall, end to end, is 10.5 inches. Weight of this is 11.4 ounces. So it's a little bit on the heavy side, but if I'm carrying a knife, especially something like this, I'm going to want, some weight into this, because I'm going to talk about the butt in just a bit. It's half serrated, so 50% serrated right there, which some people might not like, some people might like. I personally didn't have a real big preference for this. I might have preferred for a, just a normal blade, but I didn't really care. Whatever. It's a blade, because I just would have preferred it just because I have this one, the smaller one, which also has serrations. That's just me. What else can we talk about this? We got this grip, which is a soft grip overmolded over hard substrate handle. Grip is very, very good. I do like it as well. It's got the same thing as the Gerber that I reviewed before. It's got some grooves right there, hold your thumb in, as well as grooves under there to hold your finger. So that's always good. You might be wondering what these holes are for. These are holes for, I guess you can put, from what I understand, you can put like paracord or something through them and lash this to a pole to make a spear. No, I don't know about using it for a spear. I really haven't had an opportunity, I guess, to use it as a spear. But what else can I say? We'll talk about the butt right here. This butt is actually a lot bigger than the other Gerber. This is what I've seen it being called is a plexiglass breaker or a skull crusher. Yeah, think about that for a second. Skull crusher. I have no idea why some people call it the skull crusher. I've seen that on descriptions. Interesting description of it. Well, I'm just going to call it the plexiglass breaker. As well, we have a This is actually separated from the handle. This is for shock absorption, so if you do have to hit something, you're not going to feel it in your hand, which is also a big plus, and that's what adds to the weight probably too. As well as it is electrically insulated from shock and all that sort of stuff. What else can I say about this? One thing is a big plus is that, it's nice and big right there, so you can actually use it as a hammer of sorts. So in case you're not breaking glass for whatever reason, you can use this as a hammer because this has enough flat side on it. So that's pretty much all I can say about this knife, is that it's really, really good. I think the price for it was like $77. I'm not too sure. I'll put the exact price of what Gerber wants for it on the on what their website is. I paid, I think about $100. Just that was with shipping and whatnot. And I think this is a pretty good knife. People complain about the weight somewhat, but I like the weight because if I'm going to use this as a hammer, or if I'm going to break glass, I'm going to really want that extra weight because I don't want to have to put all my effort into creating that extra weight that this knife has. So we'll just do the comparison of both of these two. This is the lighter version of the Gerber LMF II. This is I guess the older version of sorts. And as you can see, they're pretty much exactly the same. The only two differences that you can really tell is that this one doesn't really have holes, or no, this one doesn't have holes. And that's just because, I don't know why they didn't decide to do that. I guess it was a little bit too small for that. And the butts on these are definitely significantly bigger. This one is very, it's pretty small. It's just kind of, just barely kind of peeking out there. While this one is a full handle, what do you call them? Butt cap, I guess. So, I mean, if you're gonna want to buy them, you're gonna have to decide: do I want something that's a little bit heavier? Might be hammering, need all that, or do I just want the plexiglass breaker, which this one has? It's not as heavy, and it's missing the holes. I guess you could say it's missing the holes. So other than that, though, I mean, these are both great knives. I do like this one. I would probably rather carry this one just because it has the extra weight. I like the extra weight on this because if I need this for breaking something, I don't have to put as much effort as I would with this one, especially since this is bigger and can be used as a hammer, which, I've actually found myself in situations where I was like, I wish I had a hammer. So using this as a hammer is pretty good. The handle and all that, same kind of deal. It's a lot bigger. I do like the grip on it. I can get a better grip on it. And the blade itself, I do believe this blade is fully integrated into the handle, so I don't think it'll break off. One thing I want to mention is the tip this is hard to illustrate with the camera, but the tip is actually very, very thick. Camera's not really focusing that well, but tip is very thick, so if you needed to pry with this, you could probably pry quite easily with this without breaking off the tip, at least too significantly. You could probably really put this through a lot of abuse. I would say don't pay over $100 for this, because I didn't pay for over $100 for this. I'd paid about $100. That was with shipping. But I would definitely check this out if you're looking for a good heavy knife, a good heavy duty one. If you want to see more reviews, check on the web that like Amazon or something like that. You can see a bunch of reviews. It has almost like a 5-star review, I believe, and it's definitely good. So you want to check that out. I mean, it comes with everything that you'd pretty much need for urban or, I guess, wild survival. Some people might debate me on that one. I'm not going to get into that. That's just my opinion. Sheath is excellent. So definitely check this one out. Or if you're in the market for something a little bit lighter, don't want to spend that much, check out the lighter version of the Gerber LMF. And yeah, you probably won't be disappointed with them. And that's about it. I'll have another review up pretty soon.